Hey YouTube family and GN subs, we are going to talk about new guidance with respect to the IER. That's the International Entrepreneur Rule, where you are a foreigner and you have at least 10% ownership in a startup company. You can get a visa. USCIS finally gave some good guidance on this. We're also going to talk about the 212D3 waiver. What is that? I got some good stuff to give to you with regard to the Foreign Affairs Manual. That's the law that talks about the 212D3 waiver. I'm going to give you updates. Believe it or not, if you are detained by ICE and you're working in a facility for substandard wages, you're able to get that deferred action visa that I talked about, 2 years to be able to get a work permit, and guess what? You can get out of detention. So we're going to talk all about that. For those of you who are new to the channel, my name is Humberto R. Gray. I am here in sunny Southern California, Los Angeles, and what I do is I give good news. Hey, after this video, go to my playlist. Go to my frequently asked questions. That's some great content that's organized in a manner in which you can find all issues regarding immigration law, current issues, past issues, etc. So, hey, we got a lot to get to today. Let's get at it. Alrighty, we talked a little bit about the new Biden amnesty for DACA recipients. That is all about the 212D3 waiver. There are some new rules that State Department's putting in place in what's called the Foreign Affairs Manual. You can see here the actual law, right? You can go to the law and find out what the factors are in terms of getting the 212D3 waiver approved. It talks about where and how to submit these waiver petitions. It also talks about how to get them expedited. So this is some good stuff here, folks. Check out the law. Just go online and do a simple Google search. You'll get all this updated information on these 212D3 waivers for DACA recipients. Practice pointer for the DACA recipients when this is rolled out next month, August. Make sure you start getting your advance parole. So for if some reason the consulate doesn't issue the waiver in connection with a non-immigrant visa that you procured, you can get back in the country. Make sure you get your advance parole, all right? Alrighty, all about the IER, the International Entrepreneurial Rule. I've done a couple videos on this previously. You can go get the detailed substance of the actual visa, but basically this is for foreigners who are investing in startups in the US, and they are raising capital from qualified investors in the US. Basically, if you have 10% ownership, etc., you may qualify for this visa. There's been problems in adjudication. It's been taking a long time, but it seems that USCIS is finally ironing out the kinks to this program. I put a link in the description box below. Check it out. USCIS website is updated, brand new, July. Talks about how you can apply for this visa, what the requirements are. It's good stuff. It could be a really good alternative for those who are graduating on F1 student visas. They've completed their OPT and they want to do a startup in the US. This is a great visa, folks. I think they're going to roll it out, and I think they're going to start putting time limits on adjudication. You know, certain applications have been taking up to 2 years, which is ridiculous. So they talk about expediting the process for these actual applications. Let's see what happens. I'll keep you updated. All right, this is pretty interesting. In California, detained individuals who are helping in investigations by OSHA. This is the legal authority where there's wage violations, where there's violations in the workplace. They go in and they do an investigation. I talked before about deferred action for individuals whose employment rights are violated. They're able to get a 2-year work permit legal status in the United States. And it's just ironic that in ICE detention, they have individuals working for $1 a day. OSHA came in and said, look, I need these individuals in this investigation to testify to working under these horrible conditions. And you need to release them from detention, and you're going to give them a 2-year work authorization. So that's great news. So you're in detention, right? You're about to be deported, and all of a sudden you're out and you got a legal visa to be able to work. Great stuff, folks. So if you have a loved one that's incarcerated, if they're in detention and they're working, you can report this to OSHA. They will give you a letter of intent and you can get your loved one out and you can get them a visa, be legal in the United States temporarily. So under the Biden amnesty, we talked about getting paroled in place, getting legal status, and then you're able to file your adjustment if you're married to a U.S. citizen or if you are a child of a U.S. citizen under 21, you would qualify for what's called parole in place. So there's new guidance because you're going to be able to file these applications August 19th, 2024. So I put a link in the description box below, the White House fact sheet on how you need to do this, where you need to file, what's going on. Now, I know from past, I've done parole in place for lots of clients. It's adjudicated at the field office in the city in which you live. So that's local immigration, but they're going to give you address, where to file, how to file, what detailed information is necessary to file, but that's coming up, and I'm going to keep you updated, all right? As soon as it's rolled out, I'm going to give you point by point what you need to do to get this parole in place, get back in legal status. All right, YouTube family and GN subs, thanks so much for watching GrayLaw TV. Click below, like and subscribe, and we will see you next week.